with the Joey Diaz thing, it's amazing. And you have what I counted to be 12 or 13 episodes so far.
I was wondering, we always wonder what we're at now.
Well, you have a playlist on your YouTube, and there's 3 that need to get added, but I'll hook you up.
Is it?
Yeah, there's like whatever.
Please message me that so we can.
I will.
Yeah, that's
I
the
will.
whole thing. Yeah.
And last I checked, you're at 1999 or early 2000s. How many more episodes do you think it's going to take you to get to present day? And then how long is that from now?
When does this drop?
Tomorrow.
All right, so I'll give you an exclusive then. We have another episode we already recorded that comes out next week with Joey Diaz.
Oh, killer.
And I think we get into 2000s. I think we might have done 2000 to 2004. It might have been one of those where it's a few years. How long? I mean, we're talking about 18 more years of his life, and some of these episodes are 6 months or an incident,
right?
Or 1 year. You know, it's going to be, God, a long time. It's going to be, I don't know, 10, 15 more episodes maybe, because if we started in whatever and we're only where we are now.
If you do one a quarter, that's 4 a year, so you might have 4 more years.
It might only be 4 years.
Yeah. So in 4 years from now, and then the grand total will be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 to 40 episodes.
Yeah, and then I told him, he gave me one of the nicest compliments anyone's ever given me in comedy, and he said, there's 2 people who can pull my stories out of me, and you're one of them in my life. And I was like, thank you, dude. And he said, I told him, I go, listen, this isn't for me. Mm-hmm. This is your story. No one's ever documented it. I know Joey Diaz isn't going to sit down and type this shit out.
Right.
So
and if he does, he'll be on 2,000 milligrams of THC.
I mean, man.
Yeah.
And how long will it take?
Right.
This is a much more fun way.
Sure.
To fucking get his life story out in a comfortable way for him, where someone can later go,
there it is.
Same thing, go transcribe it or whatever as a book, as someone with another vision could see how this could be a movie or a series or whatever, you know. So I want to say this about Joey Diaz. A lot of the liberal left or whatever you want to call them that go way too far talk about rehabilitation and prisons are just businesses. They're just making money off of people. We need to rehabilitate prisoners, and I don't disagree. But Joey Diaz was a prisoner. He's an ex-con. That's who he is. He makes no fucking bones about it. He does not hide that fact.
Right.
And one of the things about Joey Diaz that's different than any of these other comedians or people who get canceled or who've gotten trouble or whatever is Joey Diaz has gone to prison. Joey Diaz has gone to prison. None of these dudes.
Real prison, too.
Real prison.
Not jail.
Federal fucking prison.
Right. He did time.
Kidnapping charges with automatic weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the drunk tank overnight for one night.
Yeah.
Like we've all been to, but real prison.
Prison.
Yeah.
Okay. And comes out. None of these other guys have done that. Comes out, rehabilitates himself, and successfully turns his life around, and look where he is now. And people want to take something that this ex-con who kidnapped a man with automatic weapons said 20 fucking years ago and cancel him. What happened to rehabilitation? What happened to let's get these people out and let's root for the people that do good for? That's what you said you wanted. But now you want to tear these people down. Like, that's a guy that I think is the definition of what we sit here and say the USA is all about.
Sure.
His mother comes from Cuba. He's born here. Dad gone, dies. Mom's dead on his own from, like myself, 16, 15 on. Goes to prison, leads a life of crime, prison, and comes out. And boom, one of the biggest comedians in the world. Yeah. Joey Diaz is a phenomenal storyteller, comedian, and it's a great listen. His story is really something else.